Hey guys, I got a lot of questions on how I got my steering wheel controls to work with the Pioneer app radio. I use something called an Axxess controller. I'll show you the website, exactly how to find the product information, where to buy it, download the instructions, how to get it installed on your car, Honda Element if you have one. It wasn't too hard to do. There's a couple little wire cuttings you gotta do and splicing together. I'll show you how mine looks when it's all done, and I'll show you the functionality that it gives to your app radio so you can actually use the controls that come with the car. Alright, before we jump into the car and take it apart, let's check out the website, where to download the installation guide, and the compatibility for your vehicle. So if we go to axxessinterfaces.com, I'll let that load up. And then if we scroll down, you'll see where it says ASWC Vehicle Fit Guide. Click on that, and that'll give you a little form to fill out about your vehicle. There it is. And then so just fill out what kind of car you have. For me, it's the Honda Element. Then right here, you see where it says Element Wiring Instructions. So you click on that, and that gives you pretty detailed instructions and tells you what wires go to what, and what wires you actually be using out of all the different wires that come on the back of the ASWC connection. This one's just pretty straightforward. It's just the 12-volt accessory wire. The pin 3 of the vehicle is the hardest one. That's the white and green wire that I'll show you guys later. That's really all you need to know. So let's go to the car, and we will take apart the app radio, and I'll show you what it actually looks like when it's installed. Of course, you have all the controls on here still, but on the radio, I have the volume working as it should. And then the next button I have set to channel up, and the previous button I have set to mode. So you can control those however you want to. You just go into the settings, and it's steering wheel settings, or steering wheel control. And you can change any of the buttons that are on the interface to the buttons on the steering wheel. But like I said, now I just have it set to be volume, channel up is forward a song, and mode is backwards a song. But it's a lot better than having to touch the stereo. So I would first recommend disconnecting your battery before doing this. But let's get this app radio out of here. Alright, so the battery is plugged back in. App radio is actually turned on right now. And this is the Axxess controller, the ASWC. Out the back of it, there's a ton of different wires. When I first saw it out of the box, I was scared. But I just read the instructions one by one, and it's pretty easy to do, especially considering you disregard most of these wires, as they're meant for different vehicles. The first wire that you plug in is the really easy one. This is 3.5 jack. It just plugs right into the back of the app radio on the cord labeled SWC. That one's easy to do. And then there's three more. There's the red wire, which I believe goes to power. A black wire, which I also believe goes to ground. And then this white and green striped wire. And that goes back here, actually behind the harness. That's how I put it in. I think it would have been possible to try to get something after the harness, but I did mine like this. I did it about an inch before the harness, so that if I ever want to put my stock radio back in, I can always solder that wire back together, and so everything's functional like it is factory. But that's there, and then once that's all done, first, of course, do that when the power's off. But once it's all connected and re-powered back on, turn your app radio on, and this light will flash a whole bunch of little times, and it'll tell you exactly what to expect in the instructions. My app radio is still working right now, or my steering wheel control is. If we take this Q-tip and hold down this reset button, they say say you have a pre-owned app radio or a pre-owned Axxess controller and it's set to someone else's car and it's not working correctly, hold it down for longer than 2 seconds but less than 10 seconds. So we'll do 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, about 5 seconds. Let go, and it blinks like this. Currently my app radio is not working because it's trying to reset. It's auto-detecting the kind of car that it's in and the deck connected to it. Once all of these blinkings are done, is solid color, and everything's functional again. That's really all I had to do to get it set up. The hardest part, of course, is soldering the wires together in here, and then making it all fit when you push it back together. But I would make sure the battery's turned off again when you put it back together, so that if anything touches, it's not going to short out. And enjoy your steering wheel controls.